to all of you to my channel Simplifying Business Studies. Myself Kashish Talwani, your B.st teacher, is here again to bring this lesson number 14 of chapter 11, Marketing of Class 12th. In our previous lesson, we understood few elements, few tools of promotion mix. So in this particular lesson, we will continue differentiating between few of those elements and also understand the last element of promotion mix, that is PR, public relation. So let us quickly start with our lesson. So we will start this lesson with difference between advertising and personal selling, which are very important two tools of promotion mix. So we will do this differentiation on these following basis. First one is form. Like advertising is an impersonal form of promotion, whereas personal selling, as the name is also very suggestive, it is personal form of promotion. That means here the personal contact between person and the seller takes place. Flexibility. Because it is impersonal, there is less flexibility involved in advertising, and because personal contact is established, it is very flexible. That means information as per the requirement, as per the demand, as per the needs of the customer can be shared. Reach. Advertising reaches huge masses. That means one advertisement can reach thousands, millions of people in one shot. But it is definitely not possible in personal selling. That means personally a person can reach only limited number of people. Cost. Its cost per person is less. That means once you are reaching many people all together through one advertisement, so the cost per person is reduced. In case of personal selling, cost per person is very high because a salesperson can get a salary of a certain amount of rupees, and in a particular day he can reach only a particular number of people. So this is how per person cost is really high in personal selling. Coverage. It covers huge markets in very short time, but here it takes a very long time to cover the whole market through personal selling. What are the like means of mass media used for these two? TV, radio, newspapers, these can be used for advertising, but there is actually no use of mass media in personal selling. A person always contacts his buyers personally, so there is generally no uh, use of mass media involved. Feedback. So in case of advertisements, advertisers never can get the real feedback in real time, but in case of personal selling, direct feedback or personal feedback is achieved directly and immediately after the contact with the buyer. Usefulness. It is useful for very standardized products, which are the products of daily use, which can be visible on a TV screen, and we can keep on buying those products regularly for a period of time. But advertisements cannot be possible for industrial or customized product. That means products which are tailored, which are made as per the customer needs. And also advertisement cannot be possible for industrial products. We don't see any industrial products advertisements on TV screen, or raw material advertisements on TV screens. So personal selling is one thing which is beneficial for such raw material, for such industrial products, and also for tailor-made product, which are also called customized products. So now we will start with the last tool of promotion mix, which is public relation. So let us understand what is there on your screen. It's a definition of public relation by Chartered Institute of Public Relation. So this organization defines public relation as a strategic management function that adds value to the organization by helping it to manage its reputation. So public relation is very much required in an organization to maintain its public relations with other companies in the market, with government, with customers, with media, just to maintain its goodwill in a long run. So public relation, all these public relations evaluate different kind of public attitudes, identify the policy and the procedures of an organization with the public interest to earn certain kind of understanding and acceptance which is so required in certain cases. For example, when this Maggie um, thing happened few years back, when some kind of elements were found in Maggie, in the products of Maggie noodles, which which were not as per the FDDI recommendations. So definitely the need of public relationship arised. This company came forward, they told people about the quality of their products, they once again came ahead and assured about the quality of the product, the content of the product. Then again, after a certain period of time, the organization, the company regained its goodwill, and still they are one of the biggest players in the market. So this is where the need and the importance of public relationships lies in. So let us now understand what is the role of public relation. How does an organization can maintain its public relation? It can do it through different public press relations. So public relation department is in contact with media to present true facts and a correct picture about the company. Otherwise things can be distorted, and other competitors or any kind of negative publicity can impact the company's reputation. So press release is one way through which a company keeps on maintaining its public relationship through different sources. Next point being product publicity. So public relationship departments also make efforts to publicize, to bring into eyes the new products which are going to be launched in a certain period of time. So it definitely makes a positive attitude towards the product in the market, and when the product is actually launched, it immediately picks up the sales. For example, when Apple is about to launch iPhone 11, it was the news was already there in the market since like 2-3 months before the launch of the product. So all these news, all this publicity brings positive impact to the sale of the product which is later on launched. So it brings benefits to the organization. Next one is corporate communication. So corporate communication involves the use of newsletters, annual reports, brochures, audio video material over internet, and different ways to communicate with the public and the employees. So this is how company executives, the big white collar professionals, they come up with their speeches regarding how their company is working, what are the future prospects. So this kind of communication always brings in certain kind of goodwill and positive impact for a later period of time. Next one is lobbying. So let me tell you what is lobbying. So it is maintaining relationship with different government officials and different ministers in respect to the policies which they may have, which can be beneficial to the business and also for an economy. So an organization can always be at advantage if it maintains good relationship with government officials and ministers. And this kind of association is always fruitful for the industry and also for the government. Next one is counseling. As the name is so suggestive, this public relationship department, it always advises the management on general issues that affect public. At what time company should do what things so that it can get this kind of positive public appearance and positive impact on public during a particular period of time. So it can be building your goodwill by contributing money or time for certain causes like environment, children's right, education, wildlife, and right now it can be this pandemic. So lot of companies are doing good things, good donations during this time, and they are definitely in news because of these things. So it brings dual advantage to a business. Next is achieving marketing objectives. So yes, public relation departments helps in achieving different marketing objectives. These marketing objectives can be building awareness, building credibility, stimulate their sales force to work better, or maybe lower promotion cost. Definitely, if a company is getting good uh, uh, visual good visuals, appearance over news, it can definitely lower down its expenses on advertising. So these are different kinds of things through which public relationships can be enhanced. Now, what are different tools which are used by public relationship departments to bring themselves in news? First one being news. So sometimes company gets involved in such kinds of activities or making policies so that they can get some kind of coverage in news. So everyone watches news, everyone reads news. So this is such a general fact which every company wants to take benefits of. For example, a company's name may be covered in news for maybe if they reserve jobs for women, or for introducing new technology which improves working conditions of people at work. So this always brings benefits to the organization. Speeches are given by leaders of different corporate sectors which influence various members, especially banks, shareholders, etc. So public relationship department, they create these speeches which are to be delivered by leaders of the company, which always brings some kind of good impact to the company. Next one is events. So events can be organized through press conferences or multimedia presentations over internet, matches, or certain kind of stage shows. This increases the appearance of these companies in minds and eyes of people. Written material, it involves the publishing of balance sheet or annual reports in newspapers or different magazines, different business magazines. It can be brochures, it can be certain kind of pamphlets related to the company, which are spread, which helps improving the public image of the company. Last one is public service activities. So big business houses often associate themselves with various service projects, for example, women welfare programs or certain kind of charity shows to raise money for certain social purpose, or upkeeping of certain parks which are in the neighborhood of the organization, planting trees on the roadside, training schools, or funding schools, colleges, hospitals. So all these are public service activities which always improves the image of the organization. So children, we are done with the content of this session and also this chapter. So with this particular video, the content of this chapter is finished. I will come up with revision videos after this session. I hope you like my content. If you still have any questions, comments, or your suggestions, you can always write in. Thank you so much. Have a very, very nice day ahead.